and we definitely need to get our defense back. This year, we gave up, out of 16 games, we gave up like 15 100-yard runners. That's unacceptable.
It wasn't.
I mean, how do you do that? How do you be in charge of that and still have a job? You know, that's just...
There you go. You hit it right on the nose. How do you be in charge of that and still have a job? They don't.
Are you listening?
Ronbo Sports here, representing the Niner Empire organization worldwide. And if you'd like to join our organization, you can too. Go to theninerempire.com. You'll see all the details as to why you will indeed enjoy joining us. We have buried the 2016 season. Finally, the suffering and the pain can be ended. No more anxiety going into the weekend wondering, are we going to win this game or what? So now the rebirth is underway. We are looking forward to a bright future. Understand that Louis Riddick, Nick Caserio, George Patton, going to be interviewed this week. I don't know if any of those guys really are your idea of the perfect general manager, but this is week one. And I understand that Jed's gonna take his time and go through a bunch of names, and pretty soon he's gonna come up with somebody, but I gotta tell you the truth. What I really believe on this, I think that Jed already has his person picked out. This is just a mandate by the league that he's going through, that he goes through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys before you make an immediate decision. Not fooling me. Because number one, would you fire everybody not having a plan? Come on, that's not real, man. That's not happening. Jed knows who he wants to hire. But we'll sit, we'll watch and go through the process. The only thing that worries me is, does he need to be looking at head coaches? I wish he wouldn't do that. Jed talked about compatibility, also the ability to get along and get things done together. What if you hire two guys that don't get along together? We're back where we were last year. Although, how many Trent Baalkes are there in the world? You hire two guys that don't know each other, and one that's not manipulating you. He's liable to come in and do his job as it should be done, right? So I think it's dangerous, but maybe not as scary as I'm thinking. And also this team, personnel-wise, and I've had this argument with a bunch of people already, we don't need so much. We need leadership. The 49ers need a few pieces on defense. It's all about the offense being built. Now here's where I'm thinking. Since it is about the offense needing building, everybody's talking about, give me Myles Garrett, give me Myles, give me Myles. We can trade up, but we're not going to trade anything for him. The new people are going to want their golden boy under center. Yeah. Now I'm telling you, watch and see. Cleveland's going on and on about Myles Garrett. They're rating him way up here and everything. They're not fooling anybody. Cleveland's also going for a quarterback. This is a race to Trubisky. Yeah, I'm saying it. I'm telling you right now, you watch. The 49ers are going to draft a quarterback in the first round, and they can look for that defensive guy somewhere early in the second round. That's just the way it's going to go. Mark my words. I just want to be the first one to tell you, so you say, damn, dude. And besides, these guys got to be careful. Coming in the first year, are we going to be tolerant? Are we going to allow for mistakes? Or are we going to insist, and Jed, if you're going to do this, do it right? Because he's under a lot of heavy criticism, and that's never going to stop until we get back to the 49er days of glory. Because that plane that flies and influences Jed so heavily, it is a standby, and it will be buzzing up in the air with the name of shame right behind it. That's just the way it is with 49er fans. We will not accept continuous losing. 7-9 next year? No. Even Jed said 8-8. No. We have got to go for 10-11 and winning a division. And let's face it, the Hawks look like and the Cardinals aren't doing a whole lot better. The time is ripe to move. And I got a feeling it's going to be next year. I know it. You know what? Everybody's going to, hey, what did you say? I'm saying it. Quote me on it. Quote me saying, quote me on it. I got somebody from SoCal. This is a very special guy. You've seen him in the stands before. I got him, and I want to talk to him. We're going to go do that right now. Niner fam, we have had more drama in this week so far, and it's probably going to pick up the momentum. We ain't seen nothing yet. Down in SoCal, I'm going to see Mark with the LA on his hat. See, this is the best part. Mark's got LA on his hat, but it's a Dodger hat, not necessarily anything to do with the Rams. But you notice this, he kept the jersey on, so he's LA, he's SoCal 49.
Mark, it's gold. It's gold. It's red and gold.
Oh, well, there you go. All right. Let me see that glimmering in there. Mark, man, I'm so glad to meet you, man. What's going on, man?
It's nice to finally meet you. I've been a fan for a long minute.
I know. I remember way back, and I didn't know. There was something. You always came in. You had input. You had comments. I always dug it. So I said, "Oh man, who was this guy?" And then finally, be on my show, man. And here he is.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
Mike, I gotta tell you, man. Let's just reminisce just a minute, because these are some of the things that we're never gonna talk about again. But this last game, and I asked you this question because I'm a little worried about it. We had the same self-destruct second half, can't play no football situation. This goes all the way back to the Harbaugh era of the last year, 2014 in particular. It's followed for 3 years. Mark, what do you think is causing the 49ers have no ability to score in the second half? I do not understand.
I have no idea. It's like they come out, they compete in the first half. They come out, play like a full game in the first half. And then in the second half, it's like somebody spikes the Gatorade and they come out lethargic and it's whatever, penalties or whatever. It's just like, whatever it is, it needs to come to a halt.
It's just like you said, now. It's like somebody spiked the Gatorade. We can't play no football. Hey, Mark, I don't run this by because everybody's talking. Are you superstitious?
Not really.
Okay, here's the thing. The spirit of Candlestick is lost out there somewhere. Ever since we've been to Levi's, we've played this strange brand of football. You know where I'm going with this, man? Is there something do they need an exorcist? What they got to do something. We can't go. Levi's cannot continue like this.
The last complete 49er game I saw was when they played the Falcons, that final game that closed out Candlestick. That was it. That was the last complete game I actually saw them play. This year they come out, they get a lead, and in halftime they come out, that's it. No, the other team will score X amount of unanswered points, and the 49ers will score 7 points in the second half. The whole year long.
No matter who's on the field, Frank Gore, we had some of the best receivers in the NFL, and we can't. You know what that means, though? Here's the thing, this is gonna connect this last what we're talking about now. The next football we play, the next regime, are you looking to see the return of smash mouth football, the ground and pound, the defense that everybody's scared to go up against? Or is it the Kaepernick style football of a lot of run and gun excitement and a great defense to back him up as well? And I ask you that question because I have a lot of questions about whether the new coach and the new general manager, do you think they're going to say, yeah, we go to keep Kaepernick? Or are they going to come in and say, no, he's part of the problem and we're going to come in and we're going to change this culture like we said? Where do you think that's going to go?
Depending on who the coach and GM is, they might just want to just start from scratch. Hopefully, they give Cap a chance. I'd give him another year. I was willing to give Chip another year, I would like to see a balance of the run game, but I would like to see the passing game
increase
even more.
Yeah.
I would like to see the passing game just increase.
Because it's now a passing league. You gotta have a quarterback to get hit them guys. That's just the way it is now.
Yeah.
See
that and we definitely need to get our defense back. This year we gave up out of 16 games we gave up like 15 100-yard runners. That's unacceptable.
It was.
I mean, how do you do that? How do you be in charge of that and still have a job? How? That's just.
There you go. You hit it right on the nose. How do you be in charge of that and still have a job? They don't.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Oh, God. That's why I say. Now, is Kaepernick going to stay? I mean, it depends on the coach. But I think the element, the enslavement, I think Jed's going to have to back up and just say, I got to pick the best man for the job.
Yep.
And because the Trent Baalke enslavement era is gone. But now that I think about it, Trent Baalke wanted nothing to do with Cap either. So it must have been Jed in the first place says, let's all get along. We're going to keep Cap in the fold, and let's continue like that. It's wow. It's a hard call to make. What do you think is going to happen as far as, okay, Jed, I want to introduce you to blah, blah, blah. He's here to interview for the job. Wow. Where do you go from there?
Well, let me see. Well, you know what? I've been a fan. Let me tell you this. I've been a fan since 1984, and I have not seen this team ever be this bad. Even our last 2-14 year under Erickson, this year it's just been horrible. What I would like to see Jed do is make the GM/coach hire and let them run the show. What I would like to see, this is who I like to see them get. I would like to see them get Josh McDaniels, and Nick Caserio from New England.
Everybody likes that combination. And that's the winning combination. Why do you like those two?
Well, first, they come from a winning establishment. That's what we need. That's priority number one.
Yeah.
That they can come install the winning ways over here back to the way it was, and we can, they can bring a defensive coordinator. We can get what's the guy in Houston? Mike Vrabel, expatriate.
Wanted.
Yeah, and we can get one of their OCs or quarterback coaches to come run the offense, and we can get back to competing.
Because actually, Josh, this is the thing that worries me about Josh being the head coach. I want Josh running the offense entirely. Because he's the man in New England. So it always worries me when guys like that come in, and all of a sudden you isolate them as a head coach. So he's got to oversee this, and this, and then they pull out another guy to be the OC that's not even as good as Josh. That worries me. But that'll come later. So
yeah. I just want them to just get back to winning ways. This season was a heartbreak. It was.
You realize, of course, that when you say bring over Caserio and Josh McDaniel, you realize Garoppolo would be partially in that package, most likely.
Yeah, and if we
can you accept that?
If we can package him somehow, probably a second round or whatever, to get him, I would draft. What's the guy's name? Clemson, the wide receiver, Mike Williams.
Oh yeah.
I would trade out of the first pick, back to 7, 8 or whatever. Trade out that pick, get more picks, grab Mike Williams, Jimmy Garoppolo, and just build around that. And the rest of the draft, defense. Just build around that.
Oh, and something, Mark, you bring up a good thing. Here's the thing: the defense is not that far from being tough.
Nope.
They need 2 or 3 players. So we already have a defense that's almost in place. It's all about the offense. The defense just needs an OLB. We need an NT.
Yep.
And maybe some depth. And then go get some playmakers for offense. And let's get this 9-7 season for the first year, because it's going to take a little while for them to get some continuity built up, right?
Yep. I would say in free agency, go after the guy from Kansas City, Poe. As a nose tackle, because
everybody's fave.
They need somebody to stop the run. They got ran like
over.
I can't even think of a funny metaphor for how bad they got ran over this year. It didn't make no sense.
Because it was never funny, man. That's why I'm talking, sitting there sad as we watch there, and just helpless as running backs just did whatever they wanted to do. And nothing worse than the game against the Seahawks.
Oh, my goodness. I hate the Seahawks so bad.
Oh, they did a number to us again. Mark, that photo behind you is, if you didn't know, Mark has attended quite a few games. And he's displayed. Next time you see these photos, I want you to get a good look at that photo. This is the character of Mark If you see this kind of photo, you know that you just met him here today. That's Mark's material. Merry Christmas, 49er faithful. He's got Jed York dressed up, looking like the little Charlie Brown that he's been.
And his Christmas tree that he built.
And with one bulb on it. You know, if you could make a little film of that, you'd see it just tilt over because the tree just dies while Charlie Brown. That's Charlie. That defines Charlie Brown's life. And that defines Jed's life right now. It's just awful.
That's exactly why I chose that. And I knew when I was making it, I told my girl, I said, we're going to be on TV with this sign. And we were on TV twice. Yeah.
It went viral, man. I tell you what, and also the same question that all of us ask, is he capable? The media asked him, Jed, what qualifies you to pick out the next GM?
Was that the question that they asked him? And he said, no matter what answer I give, it's not going to be a good one.
Satisfying,
Is that question?
Yeah, he started out the answer to that question several times. And the media says, yeah, well, you know, we still need for you to answer, you know. I loved it. It was like putting Jed in a courtroom and the prosecuting attorneys was just beating his ass.
Yeah, he was shivering and squirming like a little snake. They got him. They grilled him like a 72-ounce steak.
Lowell Kahn beat him up so bad. I think it was Lowell Kahn. Lowell beat him up. Jed just finally says, you know, I'm not perfect. And I'd love to sit down and have a cup of coffee with you sometime and we can discuss these matters. Because he was getting nervous at that point because he was getting butchered so bad that he was just starting to cower down. He was getting smaller and smaller because they were just beating his ass.
Yeah, that same dumbfounded look on his face. That look right there. That's the look he had during the press conference.
A prediction. We're going to start making predictions right now. Next season, are we going to have at least an 8-8 season, a 9-7? Are we going to fall below 500? Mark, what are you looking at, man? What are you thinking? And this is just off the cuff because it's got a tough decision to even make. I just throwing that out there to see how you feel.
I'll say 7-9. We got to get the groove of the new offense and the new coaching staff and everything, and we'll probably be 7-9. And as you know, as the years go, we'll get a little better and better, hopefully.
Super Bowl is how far away?
I'll say 4 years.
All right.
we should have had the last one we were in. They cheated us. They switched referee crews 2 weeks before that game. Ain't that something? First time in history that ever been done.
Never get over that. And some of the things that we're allowed to get away with, you wonder sometimes if things are fixed or not.
You know what? I don't want to harp on that, but just one point if you go back and watch the Super Bowl, there was a point in the second quarter after the interception where the 49ers got in a fight. Kerry Williams, number 29, he gets up, pushes the referee full force, and didn't get ejected. At that point, I knew it was a fix. I knew it. But anyway.
It's time to give me the holla. The 2017 inaugural holla. Or should I say, initiative holla. 3, 2, 1.
Niners! Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah. Mark, thank you. Hopefully next year there will be no need for those nasty little signs. Although Mark's signs, they're not nasty as much as they are creative. The dude's got a skill set. Okay, and you know what? Do they allow signs at Levi's Stadium? He's in SoCal where it's okay. Anyway, listen, I want to run this by you real quick and see what you think. This weekend we don't have a football game, right? I'm thinking instead of being in your face at your place with the 49ers, how about in your face at your place as we watch the Raiders get destroyed? Does that sound like a good time? I'm telling you right now, I'm doing it, all right? I hope you come and join me, because the Raiders, they've been running smack and talking all season long, and now those people from across the bay are going to get their just desserts. And I know it's evil and I know it's petty, but it's such a good time feeling. You need the app to join me. All the instructions will be on there. You need the app anyway. You need to join me Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday for the Red and Gold Radio Show, which is becoming much of a good time on a daily basis. So do that. And I tell you what, I'll be just looking for you this weekend. Hit like if you do, share, and subscribe. And I look to see you Saturday for that Raider game. Ooh, this is going to be a good time.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never know the secrets of...
Oh, this you crazy mother...